said you already own a significant chunk of Freeworld. Why do you want more? What's the attraction of this group to Kansai?
Kansai is committed to expanding its overseas operations, and Africa presents to us an area where there's significant potential, a lot of opportunities, and a bright future. And in line with this strategy, Kansai has identified a high-quality business in the name of Freeworld Coatings to have a partner in Africa to not only develop its businesses in Africa, but to expand in sub-Saharan African operations also. And we're very appreciative of the South African government's policy of having South Africa as a gateway to Africa. And that is where our strategy fits perfectly with the government and the company in having a base in South Africa, expanding in South Africa, and then further expanding in other countries in the African continent.
Now, of course, Freeworld has a market cap of about 2.5 billion rand. You're about 7 times the size, so it's pretty small compared to you. Are there no other big players in Africa that you could have targeted apart from Freeworld?
Freeworld demonstrates a high-quality business. It's got the product portfolio which we desire. It's very dominant in decorative coatings. Kansai is one of the leading coatings manufacturers in the world and is very strong in automotive coatings. So for us, it's a very perfect fit in terms of a global company with international presence coming into Africa to develop a company which has a good product portfolio, but to supplement its product portfolio with our products. As we all know, South African government is probably going to place a lot of development finances on infrastructure, and Kansai has some of the products which Freeworld may not have. Secondly, in the development plan for the company, we believe it has tremendous opportunity not only to expand in South Africa, but also other African countries. And I'm sure the employees of Freeworld Coatings would be very happy and very excited to have a company as Kansai come and partner with them, allowing them opportunities globally, internationally, to learn and come back and replicate those experiences.
Do you have the financial muscle to help fast-track those growth plans into Africa? What sort of investment would you be making in the business apart from buying out the shareholders?
We're looking to expand in Africa and specifically sub-Saharan African countries. We are looking to develop an R&D center on Freeworld Coatings and to use that R&D center for the whole of sub-Saharan African countries. And we're looking into investments with the local management. We'll look to their support, their advice as to how we should expand in other parts of the African continent. Our business model elsewhere is completely reliant on the local management's advice and their support as to what is the best way going forward.
Well, you haven't really met a very sympathetic ear from local management or from the local board. Why is that? Your communication seems to have broken down between yourselves and the board of Freeworld.
We have attempted to engage with the board of Freeworld at numerous occasions. In May, we submitted an expression of interest to have some sort of engagement with the company. Unfortunately, you are right, we were unsuccessful in to do that. Now, in April, then we went ahead with more repeated requests, but it did not materialize. And then in August, to have some sort of approach from the company in a constructive engagement manner, we submitted an indicative proposal to the company so that we could sit on the table and really address the concerns the company had. Unfortunately, that did not also happen, and that is where we are today. We went to the shareholders of the company, and I'm very happy to say the shareholders were very supportive. They were very receptive, and that is demonstrative of the overwhelming support they've given to us in terms of irrevocable, almost to the extent of 42% of the current shareholding, including corporations like the PIC.
Well, the PIC has about 6.5%. They've given you irrevocable. Which other shareholders are on your side at this stage?
We've got shareholders like Element, Argon, and PIC, of course. And then we're speaking to, the shareholders we were allowed to speak to under the code.
Why, as such a large shareholder with over 27%, are you meeting such little success with Freeworld's board? Why do you not have a representative on that board?
We are going to work towards that. Again, these discussions are done when you sit down and talk to someone across the table. Unfortunately, that has not happened. We have not had the opportunity to engage with Freeworld in a constructive manner. And we've made repeated attempts to do so, but have been unsuccessful.
Just looking at the premium you're offering, I think it's about 17% premium to Friday's closing share price. That was around 10.5 Rand. You're offering 12 Rand. It's actually a 44% premium to where those shares were trading back in February. So it is quite a decent offer on the table here.
We believe it's the right price. In terms of our strategic initiatives, Africa fits perfectly into a market we are not present and offers great opportunities for us. Hence, we feel it is the right price to go forward, because this is going to be a platform not only for South Africa, it's going to be a platform for African countries. And in the past, Japanese companies have shown a lot of confidence in South Africa. They have invested more than 6 billion rands a few years ago, and that's almost increased by 300% over the past few years. So again, from us, it's a vote of confidence in the South African government's policies.
Perhaps just chat about the Japanese investment in South Africa, because you're not the first company in the last couple of months to enter here. NTT has just bought out Dimension Data. In fact, I think you're the second biggest investors in South Africa at the moment after the United States. What is it about Africa that excites the Japanese?
Africa presents us an opportunity and an area where we're not present in currently. In terms of the opportunity it has for the future, in terms of potential it has for the future, we feel this is the right market where we need to be present in. And we need and we're very aware that this presents to us opportunities which we did not have in the past. And you're right, there's a lot of vote of confidence coming from Japanese companies. I believe there were 72 companies still 3-4 years ago, and now we're looking at 82 Japanese companies.
How about labor practices in South Africa, and also competition authorities, because that's one of the reservations that Freeworld's had, is that this could meet competitive concerns.
This is an intermediate merger, and it is subject to clearance from the Competition Commission. It is something which we're aware of and very respectful of. But we do not believe that these are issues which will not facilitate the deal going forward. Because if you look at Freeworld's portfolio, 2/3 of it is decorative coatings, where Kansai is not present in at all. So that's 2/3 of the business. The remaining 1/3 is automotive coatings, industrial coatings, and colorants. Of those three, we're only present in one, which is the automotive coatings. And we see it as a vertical merger. Kansai is a supplier of technology, Freeworld is a manufacturer and a distributor.